Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today it looks like we're reporting the news and going to a squat rave at 5. But yeah, reporting live from my bedroom on a nice sunny day, isolation day, month on Friday nearly. It's very real now. I thought what better time to talk about your clothes than now, when none of us are really having to put any effort into his appearance, hence why I'm wearing the hat, because we messed up my hair a little bit and it's growing out. So today we're going to run through my wardrobe, or my rail behind me, which might look more scarce than usual. Probably not, because most of it I don't really like apparently. But we're going to go through my favourite pieces and I'll just talk you through what they are and why I like them, and do a sort of fashion show, I guess. Are you ready? Just launch it. As if you threw it short. First up is one that's probably quite fitting for the nice sunny days that are now occurring whilst we're all trapped inside. It's a T-shirt from Online Ceramics, which are a LA-based brand, I think they are. Are they LA? I feel like they're LA.
I feel like they're LA.
They basically do tie-dye. Every single one's one of one. Little did I realise how different each one would be. When I initially bought this from Dover Street Market, it wasn't this colour in the picture, and they failed to say that it would be a lot different. As you can see, summer tour, and then on the back you've got a cool illustration. They're all quite good with their illustration kind of things. It's quite like, I don't know, it's like gritty, hippie.
And it's quite earthy and like...
Yeah, quite like green. It's
quite hippie, yeah.
Very hippie, but they're a brilliant brand. That's the first one. I don't wear it too much anymore because it's not been the time or place for it. But now the sun's out, we'll wear it inside. It doesn't need to be folded. Next up is a piece by Demna from Balenciaga fame on his brand Vetements. I think this is after he left actually, or is it his last collection?
Last collection.
I feel like this was last collection. It's the Pirate Bay shirt. Anyone that's from the 90s, 2000s, I don't know how old my viewer base is, but they'll know the days of Lime. Pirate Bay, and just based on that alone was enough reason for me to want to buy it, and that's the only reason I bought it. To this day I haven't found a better fitting t-shirt, but as you all know if you followed my videos for a while, I like things that are quite oversized. I don't like tighter fitting clothes anyway, and the fit on this is just awesome. It's not too long, but it's got really long sleeves and it's just a great shape. I still don't know what the locations are on the back, but I like that it's like a tour t-shirt that you get at a gig. That's that one. Free downloads with Pirate Bay. Great graphic. The weight of this t-shirt's awesome, and as you can tell from the video, in my opinion at least, it's a great fitting shirt. It's
my favourite.
And it's Hannah's favourite. Next up, my favourite vintage find to this day. Oh, that was a Skyward one. This is a Slipknot t-shirt from, I think their debut album came out in '99. And this is the artwork of the album, with the addition of cut your throat and keep walking. I love that bit. This is older than a lot of things I have in my wardrobe, and it's in really good condition. There's a lot of cracking, but the wash on it's brilliant. This one's got the lyrics to Surfacing on the back, which is an infamous track that me and my sister used to sing off the debut album when we were little moshers. So thank you Triple Threat for that t-shirt, because he gave me a good price on that. Next up, Hannah. Oh, my top button's come undone. Oh,
no.
Getting a bit seductive. Can't have that.
No.
Come on then, I'm paying you for this.
I'm responding to my nan.
Oh yeah, okay. Nice one. So this one is Martine Rose's Autumn Winter Collection 1990 to 1991 apparently. Don't know why I like this shirt so much, and it's not often that I'd probably buy something like this, but I think it's a great t-shirt. And the inverted tag is absolutely astoundingly good. It's a normal weighted t-shirt, it's nothing crazy material wise, but the cut of it's lovely. I like the sleeve length. I just like having longer sleeves. They're just nice, and it's good to wear under everything, even though it is like branded and it's got a name on it. It to me doesn't feel really garish, I don't think, and it's just like quite a a nice script font. It's nothing wild. As of right now, I'd say this is my favourite t-shirt. Thank you. So this one is an Ada Era t-shirt. Ada Era come out of Korea, I believe, and they've just started sort of getting more attention recently. They've had some really cool graphics, some cool knitwear has been quite a big thing for them, which I'll actually show you in a minute. It's got one of those. This is weird though. It's quite stretchy, neoprene, but it's not as structured as neoprene. It still drapes. Would you agree? It's quite weird. It's fitted and boxy, but it falls at the same time. It's really hard to describe. It's a subtle off-white colouring, very tastefully thick.
Oh my god, it even has a watermark.
American Psycho reference. And obviously that is a spoof of the Universal logo. They've got one of the Warner logo and Paramount on the same blanks, and I imagine they're just as nice. There we go. And that's t-shirts. They're all my favourite t-shirts. So next we're going to go on to outwear and knitwear more specifically, I guess. I guess it's outwear, isn't it? So, first up, the knitwear. This is my favourite thing in my entire wardrobe. It's a pullover shirt by a brand out of Seoul, Korea, called Well Done. And one word to describe this would be well done.
Very good.
Because it's just exceptional. It's probably the nicest fitting thing I have in this sort of category for outwear. It's very considered and it's all one size, so it's quite hard to find your size, I guess, and how it fits, but it fits like oversized XL, I'd say. And it's exceptional. It's all asymmetric. You've got this zip that runs slightly off center down the middle. And as you can tell, it's all like nylon-y sort of inside, so it keeps you warm, if not a bit too warm on a warm day. You've got this pocket here, slightly off centre. I'm really struggling, but that's perfect size for your phone, I found, and it's got pockets. And the best thing, I guess, to some people that like about it is it's Highland tweed, straight from the British Isles, which is interesting considering they're a Korean brand, and that's quite an obscure thing to want to use in your clothes, I'd say. It's quite Vivienne Westwood thing to do, I think. Next up, we wore this in my last video, and I've been looking for a sweater vest for so long that I've ended up just going for, oh god, thank you, going for women's at this point, because men get really high-necked sweater vests that just aren't very, flattering's not the word, because I don't think they're flattering, like full stop, but they're not very nice, whereas women's get quite considered silhouettes and more interesting prints. So this is a Zara women's Hounds-V-Neck sweater vest, which I absolutely love. It's not something I'd usually go for, and 6 months ago definitely wouldn't have worn because I didn't really used to like jumpers, but now, as you see from the last video, I do wear these things and it's very nice. And guys, if you can't find something in men's, just go to the women's section because no one cares. Next up, another Ada Era piece. Oh my god, there's a stain on it. Construction of it's great, the silhouette's great. It's kind of like the RAF New York overhead pullover sweater thing. Shape-wise, just great. I don't really have much to say about this. It's just a great jumper. And it's got a nice funnel neck. Who doesn't like a funnel neck? Me sometimes, actually. I don't like a funnel neck sometimes because I've got a small head. The essential hype beast item. But god, it's proper tatty now. But I got this from a good friend of mine that gave it to me for not too far over retail. I never wanted one because I never wanted to be the guy that had a Supreme box logo, because I don't particularly like it. It's just the black on black Supreme box logo hoodie. My friend's a lot taller than me, at least. He's probably a size bigger than me, but even to me this is quite a bit bigger than what I would have wanted. But it's not enough for me to want to get rid. It's such a great piece and it's extremely heavy, which I never realised because I've never actually owned one before. Great hoodie, can't fault it. Last but not least in this category, one that not everyone's going to like, but something I think every guy should have, is a nice blazer. And my favourite thing about this, and the only reason it sort of got into the list, is because I was at the gym, would you believe, on a bike, put the starting bid and won it. This is a vintage 90s Aquascutum Blazer. So it's kind of like a tweed, but it's got yellow, blue and red embedded into it. I don't know whether that's typical of tweed, but I like it. And it's super big. Again, I just guessed on the size. And although it fits oversized, and some people point that out, it fits great on the shoulders. Look at that! I mean, it could be a little tighter, but as a guess, look at that. I look like I'm about to go and shoot some pheasants. So, trousers wise, I'm not like, I've got so many pairs of trousers, but I'm not going to show you like jeans and things like that I don't particularly find that interesting myself. I'll just show you the things that I think are quite fun. I'm a big horror fan, and as a kid I was really obsessed with Pinhead from Hellraiser. And when I originally moved down to London, the first Supreme drop that came out in the time that I had been there was Supreme Hellraiser, which was mad. So to mark the occasion of moving, I bought the Hellraiser T-shirt, but missed out on the trousers. Little did I know, months, maybe even a year or so later, I got the Hellraiser skate pant. I just think these are absolutely amazing. The fact that the face is woven into the denim is just top notch. And although I could only get my hands on a bigger size, you can tighten them up and they're super baggy, but I love them regardless. It's not something you can wear every day, but I would if I could. Next up, given that these last ones were too big, these ones I'd say are a little too small, in the sense that they do fit, but they're quite thin. These are the navy velour needles track pants. Came pretty much synonymous with ASAP Rocky and that crew, but a lot of people think they're Adidas track pants, and there's nothing special about them. Little do they know, they're so special, they even twinkle. The flare on them is awesome. Next up is a very basic pair of trousers to a lot of people, but extremely nice to me. It's the pair of Cold Laundry Enzo pants, and you can be quiet about them. These are probably one of my favourite fitting shirts, one of my favourite fitting trousers that I have in terms of how they sit on the shoe. And given I used to wear rolled jeans and crop trousers for a big portion of my life when I was younger, it doesn't feel weird having trousers touching the floor anymore. And a pleated trouser is essential. And again, we're really showing my eclectic style. My trousers are something that I guess Virgil's really started to get popping in the last year or so. Are just some Woodland camo trousers. I got these from a vintage shop in London, so I don't know how to acquire the same pair, but these are a pair of Wranglers. They fit really nice, and again, not something I'd wear all the time, but sometimes it works, especially with darker shoes like Travis Scott's The Best combo. And last but not least, category wise, we're going to run down current favourite shoes that I'm wearing all the time, because I'm not going through the boxes and getting them out. A lot of these, if you've been following my channel for a while, I haven't done reviews on them, and you probably don't even know I have. So first up is the, I forgot the name of them. Oh, I got it. So first up is the Puma Alternation Pn1, I think it is. I got these for £70 from Size on sale. I think just great shoe. If you're looking for a chunky runner style shoe and you don't want a pair of tracks, or you don't want a pair of triple S, I guess they're not runners, but that kind of shoe, this just seemed like such a great alternative. I think this is in collaboration with the Scandinavian guy, I can't remember his name, but if not, then I guess I'm just wrong. Great materials, nice use of suede, and this tumbled sort of nylon on the front. Nice leather, cool lacing system, very reminiscent of the Cold Wall Air Forces. Very nice shape, very easy to wear. Next up is the Adidas Yeezy Waverunners, the first pair. These are absolutely beaten to shit. I've had them for so long, and every single panel is stained. The inside is gutted, and it's got to the point where they're quite uncomfortable to wear. They're that good. Goes with everything. I've worn them with shorts, trousers, crop trousers, suits, everything, and it all works. Probably one of the best designs I think in recent memory for any shoe. Certainly one of the most wearable colourways, given how well all of those colours work and how easy they are to wear. I think that's an achievement in itself, and shout out to Stephen Smith for designing them, because he's a legend, mate. Next up is the these smell. Next up is the Balenciaga track. This is the V2. This is the more open pair. By that I mean the sides have literally got holes in them, and weirdly they're still not very ventilated. That's why they smell, I guess. Definitely worth the money. If you can get them even slightly reduced, to even more worth the money. I think they're one of the most wearable shoes for any outfit. If you can pull them off, just do it. And with that being said, that's why we have two pairs, and we have the white track V1 as well. Not a big fan of silver on shoes or any metallic stuffs on shoes generally speaking, but it's all hidden in these. They're constructed so well, very loud, I guess, and you can tell what they are straight away. But even still, a subtle sort of flex, I guess, but also a great shoe. Don't really have much more to say about those. Last but not least, not something I've really worn too much of yet, but something that I think is a really nice shoe to show, is the Mizuno Wave Rider in collaboration with Woodland. Pigskin suede all over, great mesh materials, just a nice colourway. I think this will become the freshened up version of my Waverunners. It's an obscure shoe with nice mix and very wearable.
So nice.
Indeed. Not for everyone, but they're a great shoe in my opinion. Last but not least, what every man needs is a bag. So not too long ago, in celebration of many things, I got myself a Prada bag, and it's a bum bag, but it looks good over the shoulder, and it's the perfect size for a sharer bar of chocolate or a sandwich. I always put a sandwich in it, and that's it, and my keys, that's it. But it's perfect for just carrying things like that around. So with all that said and done, thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked, leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe, because I might make more videos. Who knows? And that's all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
You're not getting paid.